Hi, it's Brittany. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk you through a month in my vertical columns. And the reason that I switched to a vertical columns planner, I talk about in depth in a video, but basically I wanted some more creativity and I also wanted to establish some boundaries between work and home. So this planner is also a Plum paper planner. There are some things that I really love about it, some things that I miss about the priorities, but I am still using the vertical priorities as my work planner. Apparently the cat wants to be in today's video. Hope that you don't mind. Alright, so let's jump right into it. I talk about the specific setup of my planner in another video, which I can link for you, but really I just want to focus on July and a little bit of August. I did receive this planner on August 1st, which was National Planner Day. How perfect. But I did spend time back planning the month of July, so that way I can kind of learn what things worked and what things didn't. I set up my monthly highlights basically the same exact way I did in my previous planner. I have my monthly goals and intentions, and then I'm just kind of using these headings as is for birthdays, events, things to remember. I found that to be a little bit redundant, things to remember and birthdays and events, so I decided to go with an inspirational quote here, and I really love that. I am tracking the books that I read each month on my monthly highlights as well, and I'm really enjoying that. At the back of my planner, I do have a spread where I track the books by genre, but here I kind of want to know, what did I do this month? I wanted to set the tone for gratitude, especially with it being one of my goals, by using this entire page as a daily gratitude. In my previous planner, I did part of this page as like kind of a brain dump, things I wanted to do this month, and then gratitude, but I just love the way that this looks. On my monthly spread, I mostly just do like appointments, going to visit people, and then on this side, I put my brain dump of what I wanted to accomplish this month, what I've underlined I did not accomplish, so when I scroll back, when I flip back to this, I can see at a glance what kind of still needs to get done. Upon reflection, I should have used like a ruler when making these boxes, but I didn't. So nothing I can really do about that. TwinklePlansHerDay always makes her own Midliner boxes, and I was like, you know what? If she does it, I can do it. I can do it. I just need more practice, you know? All right, here was my first spread of the vertical columns. One thing that was really important to me in my planning is that I'm tracking my water and then I'm tracking my habits. And this honestly is the biggest issue, I guess, from the priorities to the columns, is that I don't have that habit tracker in the top right hand side. So I just made my own in this little box, and I think that 3 habits is perfect. You could build or embed other ones elsewhere. I wanted to really start off by trying to just do mild liners, and honestly this is kind of inspired by Pilar Plans over on Instagram. She always has like the most gorgeous spreads with her little, you know, titles. I don't love this as much for me. It looks good for her, but this just didn't function for me. I found it difficult to like come up with things, and honestly my style, I guess, of planning is I will add to my spread all week. I kind of check in every single day and I add things to my list. So I just think about like the absolute panic that I would have if I were to think of like 2 more chores and I didn't have enough space. That would freak me out. So I like the way that this looks, but it's not necessarily for me. But I did take some things from this and move it on to the next spread. So that was a total lie. That was a total lie. Let me take myself back. There are some things like this habit tracker and the water tracker that I am carrying with me as I go through. I didn't carry it through to the next spread. This spread, I was inspired by this sticker, and I kind of wanted to be a little bit more decorative with my planning. So I pulled 2 Wrong Girls stickers, and I pulled this fun washi, and I decided to do all of my appointments outside of the house at the top, and then my kind of to-do list or like the rest of the day activities at the bottom. I tend to like do all of my activities out in the morning anyway if I can help it, so there's that. I did use some Planner Kate sample checklists here for my habit tracker over on the right hand side, which doesn't bother me too much. And then I had seen on Instagram someone did a water tracker in this bottom box, and I do not love it. So I'll never do that again. I was struggling with how to use my to-do section. You'll notice in the last box, or the last week, didn't use it at all. So I made this all like work to do, but then I realized that that's disrespecting the boundary that I've set for myself to not separate work and home. or I guess my intention is to separate work and home. So by putting this to-do list here, negates what I'm trying to do. And then I put a social media plan down here, and I don't really love that either, but I do like the way that this came out, especially these little scallops. So cute. Next, I wanted to try a pen only. I also wanted to cover up this corner with a sticker, so I decided to do my habits up at the top. Obviously, you can tell it's a rainbow week. I did any appointments or like things that had specific times in a box, and then I did any money related things, just, you know, with a money sign, and I absolutely love this. I don't really love the errand on the left hand side, but I'm not like offended by it. And then really important in this week was when I started including my MAKSE life goals. Usually I have just a clip. It's a dashboard bookmark type thing, and I can just cross off the things that I accomplished throughout the week, but that can get annoying because then I have to find a Sharpie, then I have to clean it every weekend, and this is just kind of like in your face here, and I really, really love that. So when I look at this spread, it's just very simple, brings me joy, and I can definitely envision myself replicating this time and time again. The next week, this is my Christmas in July week, except I made it kind of funky with pink and greens instead of red and greens. I tried in this to do 2 different washies, which I really, really love. I brought back my habit tracker in the bottom left hand side, and then I started tracking water and workouts in the bottom, and that is something, these 2 features are something I'm probably going to do every single week. I use my to-do section as a things that I would like to do, not necessarily I'm putting it on my planner, but these are things that I would have liked to done. And what I'm really shocked about in this week was I did not think that I was going to be able to use my planner kind of like chronologically. You'll notice that I put my little flags here in chronological order of when I had my appointments, and I actually love it. I'm shocked, and I just love this. I'm also super shocked because I tend to avoid pink. I do not like pink, and yet this probably is my favorite spread from July. Although it kind of goes between these 2. Rainbow week and Christmas week, I just love. I put my MAKSE life goals up at the top this time, and I kind of like that it has the colored background instead of just being gray. I just love this. I think this was the 4th week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4th week. So the 5th week, last week of July, I decided to use a kit. I had won this kit in a giveaway on Instagram. I've never purchased a kit, so I was like, you know what? Let me try it, see if I like them, see if I should put this on my purchase/wish list. And I don't really know how to feel about it. I don't particularly love these full boxes. I feel like it kind of like wastes my space. I just really love to make like running to-do lists, and I just feel like I was limited, okay? I did put my MAKSE life goals up at the top, workout and water, my habit tracker. I decided to use this section as a currently reading, which I don't know if that's necessary. It feels a little bit redundant, but I guess it could be like inspirational to not have to write the same thing every single week. Oh, I'm still working on this book. I don't know. I'm not going to say I'm never going to use a kit again, but this is probably my least favorite spread of, that's a lie. If I had to put them in order, I would say favorite, just because I don't get overwhelmed by sticker choices. Second favorite. Third favorite. Fourth favorite. And then this would be my least favorite. Oops. This would probably be my least favorite. I like the simplicity of it just being markers, but thinking about what to name each of these headings honestly stresses me out. So that is that. That is July in a nutshell. And so I decided to use this last page of July to really emphasize the things that I really love about planning and doing my spreads. And those things are writing in my Sharpie pen, which is this thicker pen. I really love using washi. I love the appointment labels, especially the ones with the cute little flags. I love those. I love the habit tracker. It's important to me to have my water intake. I love using my Midliners. I think limiting to 2 colors is important. Besides the rainbow week, this I don't think I like because I'm overwhelmed by the teal and the purple and the orange and the coral and the, like, it's just a lot. It's just a lot. So that's my personal opinion. And then lastly, having space for those MAKSE goals. And so let me talk you through a little bit of what I've done in August to kind of carry that over. So August, I still have my intentions, don't have any events yet, but birthdays, an inspirational quote, books that I've read, daily gratitude, still love that. In my monthly, I just did pretty basic. I'm putting my things that I want to get done this month, but don't necessarily have like a specific time over here. And then I like blew my own mind when I thought about this, but since the first and the last month, since the first and last week of every month is duplicated in the Plum paper planners, I decided to use this first week, which is the same exact week as this, as a monthly goal setting. And they have this in the MAKSE journals as well. What are my intentions for this month? And I keep flipping back to this over and over and over again, and I'm just so infatuated with this. I love it. I use the colors from the MAKSE to kind of like be my little, accountability. I love this, and I can't wait to do it again. So that is that first week. But this first full week of August, I decorated pretty decoratively, but I've kept in my water and workout, my habit tracker, and then in my to-do section, this is where I put my MAKSE goals, and this is what I'm really, really loving. Because it doesn't take up space at the bottom or at the top, but it's still there for me to hold myself accountable. And if I've already finished all of them, which I have, I can go back to this page and be like, all right, well, I can watch The Howard on Disney Plus, or I can read some documentaries, I can listen to a sermon. This is just really keeping me accountable and making sure that my actions align with my goals. I could probably do a whole video about this, but I guess if you want to see that, let me know. So this is this current week, and then today is Saturday. Next week I have worked on, I will be going away the first of this next week. But again, I have my habit tracker, workout and water, and then I started working on some things that I would like to kind of focus on as some of my intentions for my MAKSE life. I don't love this, and I think honestly the reason I don't love this is because I try to do too much with the purples, the greens, and the yellows. I gotta listen to my own self and kind of stay grounded in my ideas of the Sharpie pen, the washi, the habit tracker, mild liners, and 2 colors. So that is my own fault, but my favorite thing about planning is that every week you just get to flip the page. So this is what I've learned so far my first month in my vertical columns. I hope that this has been helpful to you. I love watching these kinds of videos, so hopefully you like them as well. I did do a flip through of my first month in my vertical priorities planner. If you'd like to watch that for some inspiration or just some kind of thoughts, I will link that for you. And I hope that you guys will join me again soon. Happy planning. Have a good day.